Hello everyone and welcome back to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson and I'm so happy to have you here with me this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button and feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests for your personal healing. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid together exactly to all of your requests. If you are watching this as a video replay, hi from the past, you can, if you want to, hang out and learn about the crystals, or you can skip ahead to just the Reiki healing portion. Start looking at about the 1 hour, 15-minute mark, or where you see the lights begin to shift, and you can begin your journey there. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back, and thank you so much for your ongoing support. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, or if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So let's go head over and start building that grid. Awesome. So let's see who we have. Stella, I'm so glad that was helpful for you. I'm so glad. Good to see you again and welcome. And Kanta, it's wonderful to see you too. You're looking for that peaceful, easy feeling. That sounds lovely. It sounds like a great way to wind down a Friday night. So we're starting off as usual with our crystal spiral, our copper spiral. This helps to break up energy blockages and get the optimal flow of energy moving. So let's see what else we can add. That peaceful, easy feeling. Let's see what I can add for that. Let's start with some green calcite. Green calcite is wonderful for anxiety, but it's also just great for releasing the physical tension that stress can bring to our body so that we can kind of unwind a little bit. It helps with reassurance and calming as well. It's also great for like lifting the mood. It helps to make laughter flow a little bit easier. So we'll bring that in. Okay, there we go. There we go. And let's look for some more like chill, relaxing vibes too. So let's see. Zoecite helps with releasing negativity, so it's another great like Friday stone, but it's also a great any day stone. It helps with connecting with nature, and it also helps with facing your problems and your setbacks. So if you're someone who procrastinates things that are difficult or challenging, or where making all the phone calls and doing all the legwork of an obstacle are just almost insurmountable, especially, this can be really helpful with encouraging you to like keep taking those steps and keep going. It also helps to the gut. It helps to calm down the, if you have an upset tummy, and it's just great for things like seasonal affective disorder and fertility. So that's Zoecite. Melissa Perrin, 13. Oh, thank you. And hi. Well, hello to you in upstate New York. I'm in Philly. Oh, I'm so glad you like the crystals and the knowledge of them. I appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Hey, it's good to see you again, Patty. Good grid wishes all. I hope I get back in time from grabbing key from work. So I hope you have a nice, safe, easy drive. Let's see what else we can add for some nice chill vibes. Let's bring in So many good options. Let's bring in some Herkimer. Herkimer Diamond actually comes from upstate New York as well. So Herkimer Diamond, which is actually a form of clear quartz that forms underneath or has formed in the ground near the Herkimer, New York region. This is a beautiful stone for connecting with spirit, connecting with your intuition, and also of empowering anything that you're manifesting. It's wonderful for relaxation and intuition as well, but it can also harmonize energies that feel just a little bit discordant. So it can really help chill things out quite a bit. It also helps with being in the present moment so that you can start to appreciate what you have right now, which is a great way to step into manifesting. So Herkimer Diamond as well. Wonderful. So thank you, everyone. Woo. Hey, Rue. Good to see you. Good to see you. Awesome. So those are all there. Trust in divine order and timing. That is Moonstone. Moonstone is very connected with the lunar cycles, which control the tides, and it's very much connected with divine timing, and feeling connected with divine timing and trusting of it, even when divine timing isn't in alignment with our preferred timing. It also helps with connection to the divine feminine, to women's health, to deep spiritual knowledge and wisdom. It's also a stone that I often think of in alignment with the High Priestess in the tarot deck, sort of like hidden wisdom, but like deep knowledge and someone who knows more than they say aloud. Very much this, very much a moonstone. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a few of those in here underneath our Herkimer. Anything for cysts? I believe so. Let's see. Okay. So there we go with that. Yes, I do. Let's see. If you feel comfortable saying where the cyst is, I might have another stone for it, but I understand this is a very, very public venue, so I totally understand if you don't want to say where it is or what it's related to. And personal healing intentions, processing grief in a positive way. Gotcha. Let's see. Yeah. Gotcha. Absolutely got it. Okay. Gotcha, Rue. So for the request about healing grief, I feel to bring in two stones. First is Black Obsidian, and the second is Jet. Black Obsidian helps with grounding fear and anxiety, and it can also help with relieving self-doubt and bringing in self-esteem, but it's excellent for working through issues around grief. It also helps us to connect to our ancestors, and it can be wonderfully protective, especially if you tend to pick up energy of other people. This can be a wonderful stone to work with. Woo. This was a very popular stone in the Victorian era for all of the grief reasons, for sure. And Jet helps with even going deep into your grief to process it and move through it without getting stuck and without getting numb to your feelings. It helps with even loss of someone very, very close to you, especially if it's sudden. It's also very, very protective against any kind of lower vibe energy, anything that folks might term paranormal, as well as being very supportive for hospice. If you or someone you care about is going through hospice, if you're a hospice caregiver, if you're caring for an animal that's, nearing the end of their life, this can be a lovely and supportive stone too. So this is jet, and jet is volcanically fossilized wood. Sometimes jet can be made out of a very, very hot forest fire, but usually it's volcano. And so this was a living tree, and boom, catastrophe, it's been transformed. And so it has that wisdom to help support you through that grief. So we'll bring that in. That is jet. Natalie, welcome in. Welcome in. So for cysts of the female areas, we have pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline is great for hormones, regardless of gender, but especially when we're dealing with anything with women's health. This is every aspect of gynecologic health, including any kind of cyst, whether it's ovarian or elsewhere. This can be very helpful. It's also great for nerve pain as well as migraine, helping us to break up a negative self-image, and also helping with muscle weakness, as well as newborn and mother bonding. So we've got pink tourmaline. So just sprinkle those here. And I also brought in some emerald. This helps with healing the tissue, so hopefully wherever that's located can heal up nice and quick. It's also wonderful for reigniting our passions for things in life, the things that we've been excited about. If you feel like, I feel like I'm just not into it lately, this will help reignite that. Also superb for bronchitis, lungs, all of the upper respiratory tract and system, as well as restoring confidence about one's appearance, especially if you've been teased or picked on about your appearance in the past. So that is emerald. Okay. Absolutely. Let me know if there's anything else. So let's see that peaceful, easy feeling. I absolutely love that intention. So what else can we bring in? When it comes to, gotcha. Do you have something that helps bring love to you and not just family love? Absolutely. Moonstone can absolutely help attract love, as can Carnelian. And let's see, leopard skin jasper. So Carnelian is very much related to the sacral chakra, which is just beneath the navel. And this chakra has everything to do with relationships, all relationships. So including the family relationships, but all relationships, even how we just relate to the world around us, how we relate to our colleagues and coworkers, even all the ways that we have relationships, but especially those close personal and romantic ones. It also covers sexuality, fertility, and all of that stuff too, but it absolutely can help attract a really good, significant relationship. Ooh, sorry about that. It's also wonderful for healing wounds, cold, and allergies, and as I mentioned, fertility. And it also helps to release apathy. Like if you've been feeling like, I feel like I've lost my zest and I kind of am having a hard time caring. So, Carnelian can be very, very helpful. So there we go. Wonderful. And leopard skin jasper we often use here because it's very supportive of any healing work that has to do with animals. And it also helps us to connect to our animal guides. Leopard skin jasper is also great for anything that has to do with the skin. It's superb for balance and coordination, and of course, attracting your perfect partner. So that is leopard skin jasper. You're very welcome, Rue. Okay. And definitely, Carnelian is probably the best crystal when it comes to like spicy time, grown-up time. So I hope that that's helpful for you. Let me just straighten this up. If I keep everything straight now, it'll go better in the long run. There we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and see what else we can add in. And if anyone else is out there, don't be bashful. We've got plenty of room for you. And you can, if it's something that's personal to you, you can always be like, oh, a friend asked me. Or you can ask something adjacent to what you're looking for in case it's something too personal. Let's also do some energy clearing. Black tourmaline helps to keep negative energy at bay. It kind of repels it from you. This is a stone you can use to line your property or keep in your car or around your desk at work. But it's also one I've even like sewn into curtains. It works like a charm. If you're someone who is sensitive to the energy of others, carrying this around can be very, very helpful. And while we're working with that black tourmaline energy, Dalmatian Jasper also has black tourmaline running through it. So when black tourmaline, which repels that negative energy, is going through something, it's more or less like breaking things up. And in this case, it helps with clearing our energy field or our aura. And so it can be deeply, deeply clearing of our personal energy. It's also helpful for fostering cooperation, as well as it helping to heal any digestive disorders that you might have. It's particularly mentioned in alignment with Crohn's and irritable bowel, so it can be very helpful. Also, if you're finding yourself being cynical, this can help like break up that very stuck energy and kind of break up that cynicism. So let's bring that in. Broken toe or faster healing? Absolutely. I'm sorry you have a broken toe. I've done that so many times and it's never fun. But yeah, absolutely. So let's bring in some blue lace agate. Blue lace agate is thought to help with things like arthritis and fractures. It's thought to help heal fractures more quickly. So this is blue lace agate. Those beautiful light stripes. It's so pretty. It's also helpful for sore throats as well as skin allergies. Tension headaches, it's wonderful for that. When it comes to expressing emotions, if you have emotions that are difficult to express, it's very personal, it's very tender for you, or if you need to say something to someone and you're trying to soften words that might hurt, blue lace agate is a wonderful choice for both of those things. So it's like it softens communication and the ability to communicate our feelings. So yeah, but arthritis and fractures, absolutely. Also, howlite. Howlite can be helpful for bones in general, including things like fractures, but bone integrity, bone health. It's one that's thought to help support the body's ability to make strong, healthy bones. And I struggle with that. I actually have osteopenia and joint issues and things like that too. But this is superb for joints and bones completely. It's also in many ways beneficial to teeth, bones, and hair. And we use it a lot here for joint pain. That's a really common thing. Helpful also for dislocations, which I struggle with too. I actually had a dislocated toe earlier this week. I think it's okay now. This also helps with, on an emotional level, anger, resentment, and frustration, those really challenging emotions. If you feel that you're struggling with learning too, this is thought to assist in learning and also to bring quite a bit of stability. So we will bring in white howlite too. You could really use that stone to remove negative energy. Yeah, honestly, if we're going to be honest, I think we all could. It's not just you. But yeah, black tourmaline, Dalmatian jasper, they're wonderful at clearing energy. Also, Epsom salt does a really phenomenal job at clearing our energy. It's actually one of the things I use to help clear the energy on the crystals and stones. I find it really helpful. I kind of built my area here where I have all the crystals, and underneath it I have something that slides out that's filled with Epsom salt to help keep the energy clear. You can soak your feet. You can, if you're really pressed for time or you're not feeling great, you can just put your feet on the bag, and it can really help to draw out things that, like energy that's just not feeling great. That can be really helpful. Oh, you have howlite in your purse. Oh, perfect. Yeah, poor toes. I tend to get dislocated and broken toes every so often. I don't have super good sensation in my feet, so it just sort of happens, but it's doing better. It's doing much better now. I noticed first because it's like I could hear it, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, it's that. Awesome. So let's see. Oop, keep banging into the microphone. Let's see what else we have today. Let's bring in some clear quartz. Clear quartz is super helpful with boosting the energy of any other crystals that are around it. So if you're working with a crystal and you're like, yes, this is really helping me, simply putting some clear quartz around it can be super powerful. It's also kind of a blank slate, but also a record holder. So this is one that you can actually turn into almost a healing talisman of your own. Grab a piece of clear quartz that feels good to you and hold it and just reflect on all the things you want it to embody and mean to you and how you want it to help you. And that'll essentially start to program it, and then you can use it any way you like. You can also use these to stand in for any crystals that you don't personally have, but would like to work with the healing essence of. You can ask the clear quartz, no matter how it's shaped, if it's carved or just natural, you can ask it to kind of embody the healing aspects of whatever that stone might be. So love working with that. Let's put that under the jet. And while we're on stones about clearing and negative energy and stuff, Shungite is one that's often overlooked. So Shungite helps with not only physical recovery and tissue repair, so like injuries or surgeries, anything like that, but this is one that helps us to release stress and emotional pain. It also helps to break up energy blocks. Shungite, if you see how like it's sort of a matte color where like this black tourmaline is shiny, yet the Shungite is matte colored. Shungite is actually often used as a water filter, and it might even be a part of the water filtration system that you might use in your home. it absorbs not great things from water physically to help purify it. Now, I'm not telling you to like go get some outside water, throw some shungite in it and drink it. Like, no. Like, it helps to clean already mostly clean water. But it's on an energetic level, it kind of absorbs negativity in much the same way that it would absorb the negative aspects of a particular water sample. It's also, if you're somebody that's sensitive to the energy that's given off by electronics, more or less like a geopathic stress kind of thing, like if you're near high tension lines and it makes you feel tired, groggy, kind of an underwater feeling, this can be really, really helpful to shield that. You can even put this near electronic devices that are closer to you than you would like them to be. Like if you live in a small apartment, you can put them near your computer. If there's something on the other side of a wall or in your office that has like servers or something that's a lot of electromagnetic energy, you can just put this either near you or close to the source and it'll help neutralize it quite a bit. So that's Shungite. And that's a pretty easy stone to find. I have in my crystal shop Shungite and Dalmatian Jasper and most of what's on here. Most of what's on here right now you can find in my crystal shop. Let's see. Put this here and here. You wear Shungite daily? Oh, perfect. It's a wonderful stone to wear every day. I absolutely love it. When I get specimens to sell in my store, I always wash them first in addition to energetically clearing them. Stones that are good with water, I physically wash them too. I feel like it's a good part of the cleansing process. With Shungite, it's pretty necessary because they come raw, and when you touch it, it's almost like touching graphite on a pencil. It leaves a big black line, and my hands would be forever dirty. So I end up scrubbing several times to get the Shungite clear when I grab it. And it just always makes me think of like how it breaks apart and things. It's such a fascinating stone. Let's go ahead and do some abundance stones, shall we? One of the things that I did mention briefly about Herkimer Diamond is that it can help with manifesting and empowering that manifestation. So that's one you can use. I'm also going to bring in some citrine. Citrine is one of the more powerful stones of manifesting financial abundance and basic needs. It also helps us with things like making the most of the money we do have, first of all, but also balancing logic with intuition. That's surprisingly helpful. Like, I'm an intuitive, that's what I do it all the time. At the same time, I'm a Capricorn sun. I'm a Taurus moon. I have a lot of earthy energy. So I'll go more to logic rather than intuition. This is a stone that I've worked with extensively to help me balance that and use the best parts of both. It's also helpful for nausea. It's thought to be helpful for fibromyalgia, and it's great for addictions and compulsions and even making decisions in general. So that's citrine. Now, citrine is one that it's often a topic of debate because this is natural citrine. It's this sort of orangey color, this like brownish orange. When you see bright yellow citrine, it's usually been treated. In nature, amethyst, under the right circumstances, will turn into citrine. Given enough pressure and heat underground, it will turn into citrine. And because citrine is rarer to find than amethyst by a wide margin, what is often done is amethyst is treated with heat to make it look like citrine, which doesn't give it that deep color. It gives it like a bright yellow. And I feel like it's still to a point more like citrine than not, but it is a slightly different energy. But I still feel it kind of works well. But yeah, oftentimes you'll notice that if you go to shop for some, you might wonder why one is like almost a brown and one is a bright yellow. That might be why. Another stone to help us manifest financial abundance is pyrite. It's fool's gold, and we like to think it helps to call in the real gold. And it absolutely does. It's also a superb choice for intuition and protection, especially if you're new to intuition or a new technique with your intuition. It can be a bit of a mixed bag to say, yes, I want to hear, but I also want to have boundaries. And that can be a weird double-edged kind of thing to hold space for both. This can help you do that. So if you're new to intuition or working with it, Pyrite, strong recommend. It's also great for fevers, the lungs, brain, and memory. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. Many folks often talk about how it can be helpful during a Reiki session, that it can help the body make the most of Reiki. I certainly don't think it can hurt. So we'll bring that in. Awesome. We also have some honey calcite. Let's bring this in. This is a stone that has become one of the favorites here. Hey, Charmy, good to see you. Oh, awesome. Awesome, that's a great intention. Oh, I can absolutely help you with that. That's wonderful. It's good to see you, by the way. So honey calcite helps with optimism in challenging times, and it also is a superb balance of support for your sacral chakra and your solar plexus. So solar plexus is your center of personal identity, your will, what you want to achieve and accomplish and do here on earth. And the sacral is more relationships with others, how we relate to people and the world around us, how we work with others, how we hold space for others and hold space for ourselves. So it's a good stone of healthy boundaries. It's also a wonderful stone to help attract the right people into our life at this time. So this will definitely support with finding a romantic partner, but also colleagues, neighbors, friends, anyone that you might be running into. This helps just bring people that resonate with who you are here and now. Yay! Good to see you, Patty. And Key, good to see you also. Happy getting off of work time. Intention is to change the way you look at challenges and embrace the difficulties for wisdom I gain through them. So this is definitely optimism in challenging times. So that's a good stone. Let's see. Gaining through them and gaining as a person as a result. There's a couple of great stones for that. So let's bring out some Septarian and some malachite. Both of these will really help. So here is malachite. Now malachite can really help you to process difficult times, especially on the emotional side. This is one that is all about shadow work, which is going to the parts of ourselves that in a way scare us, they're the less obvious things about ourselves that we want to work on. This is one that can help support you in doing some deep personal evolution. It helps to support you to even be vulnerable as you do that healing work. It helps you to understand your thoughts, your patterns, your beliefs, your ideas, where they come from, what they're based on. And it can also help with depression and anxiety, letting go of the past, moving things through the heart center, and not getting stuck in those things. So here we go. Yeah, definitely helps with letting go of the past, embracing the future. This is also a great one for the liver, pancreas, spleen. And Septarian is very much a lot like what I just read off too. Very much being vulnerable, very much going to the places that are within us that scare us. It helps with the muscles It helps with skin wounds, but it's also emotional growth. So very much what you had stated about what you go through, may you grow through. This is a stone that can definitely help support you to go through each of those steps. It's great for understanding yourself as well and working with the solar plexus. What's the stone that helps you to, oh yeah, you're absolutely right, Patty, thank you. Yeah, honey calcite, thank you. Yeah, what helps lead you to the right people, bring the right people to your life? Absolutely honey calcite. So this is Septarian. And embracing difficulties with kind of a sense of grace also is Zoecite, which is already here. That helps with releasing negativity, but also embracing the difficult steps along the way, rather than kind of putting them to the side or procrastinating. It helps you to step up to the challenges and move through them. So that might be helpful as well. But that's a lovely way to look at that, Charmy. Awesome. Hang on one moment. Sorry about that. Awesome. Let's see. And dragon's blood because you're way too tough on yourself. We discovered a new stone at the 4 o'clock stream. And that stone is dragon's blood. And now I'm looking for where I put it. I know I just had it. Do. Okay. I'm not sure where I put that dragon stone. That's strange. I'll keep looking for it, but in the meantime, let's go ahead with your other requests. So we've got some red tiger eye aquamarine, chalcopyrite, petrified wood, jade or emerald. I'm gonna do emerald just because we're kind of far in and that's a big stone. Oh, emerald is already there. And opal. So strange. I'm so sorry about that. I'll keep looking for it. It's probably right in front of my face. It's probably right in front of me and I'm just not seeing it. Okay. So let's start with some petrified wood because we already talked about jet. And jet is volcanically fossilized wood. So that's wood that's been hit with lava and it's quickly had to change. With standard petrified wood, this is, was a tree which died and then slowly over time transformed into a stone. And in this particular case of this one here, you can even see the new crystals kind of popping up, shining there. This is a stone that reminds us that transitions can be difficult, but certainly worth it. So this will also help Charmy to some extent. This is one that I feel like is very connected with the Death card and the Fool card in the tarot. It's in the Death card, you see death, usually like the traditional Rider-Waite kind of images. You see the flag that death carries has a white flower on it. And death is about natural endings. The things that just were no longer viable coming to their end, not usually a catastrophe. The Fool is about new beginnings, and the Fool carries a white flower. And that has a lot to do with like the rebirth after death. So this is very much in alignment with that. So difficult transitions and transformations. That's petrified wood. Red tiger eye is another stone that is highly protective while also helping to manifest finances in a hurry. When it comes to being protective, this can help on the mundane level with people who are bullies, angry, picking on, causing harm to others in a very mundane way. Then also the spiritual side, so psychic attack or malevolent spiritual work, this can protect against that as well. So that's red tiger eye. You always picture the Crowley deck. I'm less familiar with that deck. I have to go look it up. I can't picture it off the top of my head. Aquamarine is very helpful for the fluids in the body as well as the teeth and gums. It's helpful for forgiveness, and it's also a wonderful stone for deflecting petty behavior, taking out aggressions on someone else that really have nothing to do with them, misusing your place of power to for the sake of your own enjoyment, that kind of stuff. Also with bringing in a may justice prevail kind of attitude. So that's aquamarine. Hey, Fiad Luna. Hope you're doing well. And I will keep looking for Dragonstone for sure. And Amazonite. Absolutely. Amazonite. Amazonite helps with the spine and spinal nerves, as well as self-care. It reminds those of us that tend to think of everyone else first to also think of ourselves and remind ourselves that we are in need of self-care and we absolutely deserve the same level of care that we would show someone else. So this is Amazonite. Amazonite can be this beautiful like light bluish green, or light greenish blue rather, or it can be a deep shade of green with white stripes throughout it. So we'll bring that in. Let's actually put this here and here. Opal is wonderful for being protective, especially this was thought to be protective by many shamans in many cultures. When you're doing any kind of spiritual work that is good, this is one that would help you stay hidden from any spirits that would not be doing so good. It's almost like you're here to do healing work. Great, we'll kind of keep you hidden from anybody that would distract you or cause you harm. So that's opal. And chalcopyrite does quite a bit. And the chalcopyrite is also goes by the name peacock ore. That's the goldish kind of color in here. The rest is clear quartz. Chalcopyrite helps with finding things that are lost, and it also helps with executive function. So that's focus, order of operations, getting your basic things done, planning, that sort of thing. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So we're going to go ahead and bring in chalcopyrite. There we go. Hey, Chris, welcome back. Fuchsite and epidote if there's room, absolutely. Oh, Natalie, your birthstone is aquamarine. Oh, that's beautiful. What month is that again? Is that February? I think I'm wrong. I'm almost sure I'm wrong on that. If there's room, you'd like to request sunstone, red jasper, and carnelian. Absolutely. Carnelian is already out here, so you've got that. Sunstone is a great stone to be seen, to bring up your profile so that you can be noticed. It's great for recognition, fame, and luck. It helps to expand your vision of what's possible for you. And it's also great to help you in seeing a bigger vision of goals for your long-term future as well. It helps with phobias, working through them and releasing them, and it helps to bring about a lot of career opportunities, including opportunities for, say, promotion or moving onward, or even like if you're looking for a new job, this could be helpful. In terms of recognition, if you're someone who, like, you're self-employed or something, or you need to market, it'll help you put your face out there. If you are in the job search, this will help you to put yourself out there, to present yourself as a candidate. So definitely keeping this around when you're going on interviews can be really helpful. So that is sunstone. Oop, loud sirens, hang on. Lots of fire and ambulance. Sorry about that. Red jasper is very grounding, very empowering, and also very protective. So this is a stone that very much connects with the root chakra, which is beneath it's like aims down from the pelvis, and it encompasses basic needs, vital urges, fight or flight, fear and safety type things. This helps with fighting injustice and bullying, and also with spiritual and psychic protection. It aids with grounding and connecting your root chakra to the earth and feeling vital in your human meat suit. It's also wonderful for some emotional support for like long-term healing, if you've got something that's going to take a while to move through. It's also thought to be helpful for depression and fertility as well. So that is some red jasper. Very, very grounding. Next is epidote. This also helps with recovering from injury, illness, and even surgery. But this is a superb stone for negative self-talk. If you're trying to correct the way that you speak to yourself, this is the stone. It also helps with the nervous system, connection to the fairy realm, and it's thought to really be helpful for the brain, especially in cases of Parkinson's. So that is epidote. Epidote can also be found in Unakite. Fuchsite helps to invite fun, just very light-hearted, childlike energy, just channeling and connecting with fun without needing it to also be work-related or serving some other purpose, just having fun for the sake of having fun. So it's a wonderful self-care stone. It's also helpful for carpal tunnel any kind of inner child work, of course, and spinal alignment as well as sleep disturbances. So that is Fuchsite. Ooh. Awesome. For Evelyn, releasing stress, anxiety, reunited with her mom, peace and harmony. Releasing stress, we have Shungite here. That's very helpful for releasing stress. Anxiety, we have green calcite. And mom, peace and harmony. Mom stuff is pink tourmaline, which is there, and also rhodochrosite. This is superb for mother-baby bonding and any kind of mother wounds. So very much that. Helps with the physical heart and circulatory system, as well as telepathy, connection with ancestors, and even deceased animal companions. It also helps with asthma and stress headache. So that's rhodochrosite. Ah, Natalie, it's March. Okay, thank you for that. Let's see. We've also got, so Chris has some good requests. We've got Carnelian there already. Let's bring in some garnet, aventurine. We've got moonstone, we've got emerald, we've got rhodochrosite, we've got malachite, lapis, obsidian, iolite, rutilated, Herkimer we have out there, Pyrite we have out there, Citrine we have out there, sapphire and apatite. Awesome. So rutilated quartz is very helpful for sending energy directly where it's most needed. And in that regard, it's been thought of as a great gift for decades for anyone that's going through cancer treatments, because it's almost like I really wish the best for you, and I hope that all of those treatments that you're getting, that they go exactly to where they're most needed in your body. It's also thought to bring about physical energy where you've been really depleted. And it also, in terms of that focus, it has that focus effect on the mind as well. It can help you to focus on things. So that is rutilated quartz. So we will place these. Let's see. I'm going to just place these here. Iolite is very helpful for connecting to spirit, especially in terms of using your spiritual sight. So that's clairvoyance. It helps with, it also can help with weight loss if that's your intention. It's great for fever, making the most of money, like money management, and also for any type of intuitive sleep disturbances. So there we go. That is iolite. So we'll kind of balance out the rutilated with iolite. Speaking of weight loss, another stone that has a lot to do with really healthy eating and good relationships with food is blue apatite. Yes, it's hilarious that it's called apatite, but it's great for whether your goal is to gain weight or lose weight or just shift how you have a relationship with food. This is wonderful for all of them, whatever that looks like to you. It's also helpful for learning about your soul's purpose and having the courage and strength to walk along and embrace your soul's purpose. It's helpful for strengthening your auric field. So that's your energy field around your body. So if you're someone that's very sensitive to the energy of others, this is a wonderful stone to help you not so much take on their energy. And so I feel like this sounds like it was definitely something that a few of you would really be into. Natalie, for sure. yeah, this is a great stone for that. Hey JS, good to see you. I hope you are good too. So let's go ahead and put in blue apatite. There we go. And for sapphire, this is a very angelic stone, and it's a very powerful stone of connection and channeling. If you do any kind of channeling, this is a really powerful stone to help you. Definitely pay attention to grounding afterwards because it is potent. It's very connected with the angelic realm and spirit guides. It also helps with speedy justice. It's thought to aid folks with dementia as well as those who care for them. It helps to bring about speedy justice, and it's thought to support the eyes and the ears as well. So that is sapphire. Let's start a new row. Next is Snowflake Obsidian. This helps with releasing guilt and with discovering our patterns that are holding us back and letting them go. It helps with overstimulation and in general balance of mind, body, and spirit, hope and serenity, especially after any kind of loss, and in general just a good amount of hope and inner peace. Also helpful for clairaudience, which is our spiritual hearing. So my absolute favorite crystal, oh no, I don't know if I can think of one. I think it changes kind of often. Right now I'm working pretty extensively with rhodonite. I'm actually wearing it, and I wear it most of the time. It's good for autoimmune, allergies, and asthma, which are all three of me. And it also helps with healing a broken heart so that you can open your heart to love again, which is good for like end of a relationship or the loss of a loved one. And this is crematory jewelry. I have my cat's ashes in here. So yeah, so I've been working with that quite a bit. So yeah, so this is Snowflake Obsidian. This particular piece of Snowflake Obsidian I have had since I was a little kid. So I'm so happy to use it for all of you. So let's put this one here and here. Lapis is helpful with integrity, honesty, open communication, honoring your commitments, moving upward in your career, as well as vertigo and hearing loss. It aids disorganization, and it helps encourage personal responsibility. So that's lapis. Lapis is so beautiful. Next is aventurine. Green aventurine, it's a stone that helps us to lovingly open our heart to see ourselves as we are today and how we've evolved, and it helps us to see ourselves, you know, maybe if we're selling ourselves a little short, this is a good stone for it. This helps with expanding your vision of your soul's potential. It helps with heart rhythms, allergies, eye problems. It's also thought to support fertility. And anytime you feel like you're not up to the task of something, to help you feel a little bit more encouraged, like maybe I can do that. It's one that I often recommend to people who are like, oh, I can't use tech. I can't learn to do the stuff you do. I'm like, yes, you can. Here, work with this stone for a bit. You can totally do what I do. So we'll put that in there. And garnet is my birthstone. I was born in January. And garnet is helpful for creativity and courage, as well as being really practical, finding the best way to get things done, the best use of your time, how to be really efficient, but really kind of breaking out of your shell to find those ways. So if you're looking at something like, say, AI, and you're like, how do I fold that into what I do every day to help my life be better? This would be a stone to help you do that. Also helps with finding balance in times of change. So that is garnet. It's a very Capricorn stone. Whoop. Dropping crystals. And let's see. Oh, I did do leopard skin Jasper. It's in there. Yeah, good call. Leopard skin Jasper is a good call. Yeah, it is hard to pick one stone. That is an amazing question. Thank you for asking it, Melissa. Let's see. So I think I got all of yours there. I did. Expressing creativity and joy, being present, optimistic outlook on life. Absolutely. So being present, like in the present moment, is definitely a Herkimer Diamond thing for sure. And we've got that already. That's one that can help us to manifest well-being in the present moment, which I think is a very balanced way to approach that. Expressing creativity and joy. The best stone for expression is sodalite. So, oh, that's right. Got a few more of these here. Okay. So sodalite works with the throat chakra and helps us to express and communicate. And that's not just speaking or writing. It's also performing, singing, dancing, playing music, painting, crafts, whatever it is that is a means of expression for you. This is the stone. It also helps with relieving certain symptoms of menopause, coming to terms with menopause and aging as well. It helps with writing. It helps with grounding impulses, and it's very helpful with homesickness. So that is sodalite. Let's do some sodalite. Yeah, it's great for expression. And we do have carnelian, which is a stone of creativity and optimistic outlook. Honey calcite can definitely help with optimism and having a good optimistic outlook. Also, green aventurine, but I'm going to bring in picture jasper. This is helping to envision your potential and just the future's potential, like what options or opportunities you might have. It helps with seeing the biggest, brightest version of it. Also goes by desert jasper. So this is like seeing the big picture too. So if you're getting kind of tunnel vision on something, this can help broaden the way you're looking at things. It's great for new adventures and new ventures, like starting a new business or starting a new job or anything like that. It's great for physically the kidneys. But this is also thought to help root out hidden fears that might be holding you back. And it aids with things like moving abroad, experiencing new cultures, experiencing new languages, things like that. So definitely all about potential and having it be really optimistic and helpful. And let's see. Awesome. So I think we've gotten everyone's request. If I have missed your request, let me know. Do I feel like anything's missing? No. Oh, rose quartz. I just remembered that Chris had asked for rose quartz. So rose quartz helps with the heart center, expanding our heart and what we can hold and how we can share it. It's also a stone that is very consistent and very strong with this loving, unconditional love, support type energy. That makes it a lot easier to let go of things in life that are there and maybe they're not in your best interest. Maybe you just could do better, but you're not thinking about it. This will help you to much more easily let go of the things in life that don't serve you any longer, because it'll help to, in a way, keep you mindful of that there's something better to come in, rather than experiences we've had of the past of loss. So that's rose quartz. So let's put that under the petrified wood. Yes, and please do hit the like button if you haven't already. That's super helpful, and thank you for reminding me, Patty. I deeply appreciate that. Awesome. And I'll take one last look for Dragonstone, or Dragon's Blood, rather. I don't know where the heck it went. Ah, Ametrine? Sure. I'm sure as soon as we're done with the stream, I'll find it. But this is ametrine. We were actually talking about amethyst and citrine earlier in the stream. And this is exactly what I was talking about. So you can see a little bit of amethyst in here. You can see the purple line right in there. And then this is natural citrine. So like I mentioned, citrine and amethyst, citrine is formed from amethyst under the right circumstances, so there's definitely lots of specimens that have good amounts of both, and that's called ametrine. That basically takes the energy healing of both stones, puts them together, and adds even more deeply spiritual elements to it. So we talked about citrine. Amethyst is wonderful for any kind of self-improvement or self-healing work that you're doing. It helps you to not super pick on yourself. It helps you to say, like, it's okay, I'm doing better now that I know better, I'm doing better, and kind of like take yourself off the hook a little bit. It's also helpful for embodying every aspect of, say, the Serenity Prayer, which is accepting what you cannot change, changing what you cannot accept, and the wisdom to know the difference. So it can be really superb for that. It also does help support good, healthy sleep. So we'll bring that in too. And so let's go ahead and put you here, ametrine. Oh yeah, it'll probably jump right out at me at some point. And I'm doing a lot around the apartment this weekend, getting ready for having to move, unfortunately. Not happy about that, but is what it is. Awesome. So let's go ahead and for everyone that's new here, what we do next is I ask for your support in helping to clear and lift the energy of the space that you are in, that I am in, that we all are sharing together. We'll all go ahead into the chat and enter anything that you are grateful for. Gratitude lifts energy super quick. It's so powerful. So go ahead, list anything in the chat that you're comfortable sharing in front of such a public audience that you're grateful for. And while you're doing that, I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to make the most of the healing session that I'm about to send you all. So go ahead with your gratitudes, and yeah, what is Reiki? Let's find out. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below, as is all of my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less like a catch-all term for energy healing. Specifically, I work with Usui Reiki, and this particular method and set of techniques was developed by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s of Japan, at a time in Japan's history where teaching religion would get you into big trouble. So this was a really strange time in Japan's history. One emperor had just passed, another one had just taken over. Things were very much in flux. And the structure of energy healing that he created to show others essentially was deeply, deeply spiritual, but also completely secular, which I think is why it resonates with us so well in the West. So the concept of energy at the foundation of Usui's practice, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan. And in that system, everything and everyone has a soul, and all of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. And that spirit, however you understand or define it, supports us with the soul energy of Reiki, which that's actually what Reiki translates to, spiritually guided soul energy. And it's thought that this energy is already flowing through everyone and everything, everywhere, all the time, including you right now. This energy is what our body, mind, and spirit work with all the time to help bring us into the greatest balance and healing that we can achieve in that moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy source and intentionally direct more of it to you, supporting your body, mind, and spirit to come into the best sense of balance and healing that it can achieve right here and now. So during the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions come up or be released. You may notice your subconscious speaking to you. You may be able to mentally parse some things out that you've been having difficulty resolving. And spiritually speaking, you may have a great bout of intuition, or you may have an opportunity to, in a sense, just be inspired or have a new idea of where to go in the future. You also may just have a really beautiful nap. And more than likely, your session is going to look like your perfect balance of all of those things. During the session, you don't need to do anything. If you have an open heart and mind, that's all that's required. I generally suggest that you find a nice, comfortable position to be in, whether that's sitting up or laying down. That's completely up to you. You can also move around. You can lay on the floor, sit on the floor, stretch, journal, throw some cards for yourself, play a musical instrument, whatever feels healing for you in this particular moment in time. And of course, if you're laying down relaxing and you suddenly need to get up and grab a glass of water, go ahead, come on back. If you feel distracted at any point during your session, just take a deep breath in and out and you'll sink right back into it. During the session, which I'll send Reiki to all of you for 25 minutes, I will turn the lights down, and you'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point in time will the lights flash or strobe. Additionally, I'll turn the music up, and if you like the music, I definitely recommend that you check out our musical creator. She's linked at the bottom of the description. You can check out her YouTube or visit her website. So yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity to have you all here. Part of what is at play here is something called communal chi, which is a concept we see in Japan and in China. The concept that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy for that available to everyone. It's like an exponential increase. So thank you all for being here and being a part of this beautiful time. And yeah, let's go ahead over to the session. One more thing, at the end of that 25 minutes, excuse me, I will come back in. You'll hear my voice welcome you back to take a deep breath in and out, slowly come back to your body. And then at that point, I'll reopen the chat so you can ask any questions or share any experiences that you feel to share. And then we'll go on and have a beautiful night. I am here 5 times a week, same days, same time, so you can always drop back for more healing. And one other thing about how Reiki works is that we are limited to the constructs of our dimension, but Reiki is not. So Reiki can absolutely meet you in the future. So whenever you're watching this video, you're going to have a wonderful healing session. And so if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, enjoy your session. And for those of you who are here live, if you ever feel like you need a Reiki session and I'm not live, go ahead and check out our past healing live streams. There's over 340 videos for you to choose from, and you can just go ahead and enjoy the crystal collection or go right ahead to the healing and just bliss out wherever you happen to be. Thanks again so much for being here. Definitely appreciate if you hit that like button and consider subscribing with your notifications on so you don't miss a chance to hang out and get some healing. So let's go ahead back over to that grid and get into the healing. Oh, hey heart, welcome back. Woohoo! Oh, that's a pretty grid. Hey, Joanna, good to see you. Grateful for textures of boiled yarn, wool, cotton summer sweaters. Oh, nice. That's lovely. Okay, so everybody, I'm going to get ready to go ahead and send that healing to you. And let me grab those remotes. So I hope that all of you enjoy your session. And I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out, and slowly start to return to your body. You can gently move or bend or wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, I just want to express my gratitude to all of you being here today. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead over into the chat. Divya, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here. And Heart, same to you. Thank you so much. Christina, so glad you made it. There's no such thing as being late to a live stream unless you're me. And Joanna, I'm so glad you had a great session. I hope you all have a wonderful, peaceful weekend. Lots of relaxation, and I hope everybody is nice and cool given the temperatures as of late. Charmy, you're so welcome. It's so good to see you. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. This grid really did come out beautifully, everyone. Thank you so much. It's very different than the grid at 4 o'clock and very beautiful at the same time. Oof, big Reiki yawn. Oh, you're so welcome, Chris. Thank you. Abundant blessings to you also. Have a beautiful weekend. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude to all of you. For those of you who are new, thanks for being here. It was wonderful to have you. Feel free to go ahead and come back any old time. Oh, thank you, Patty. Oh, thank you, Rue. I hope you feel better. For sure. Yeah, abundant blessings. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. Absolutely, Chris. Well said. Oh, thank you, Rue. Okay, everyone, have a beautiful weekend. I hope to see you again soon. My next stream is Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.